Hello gamers and gamettes, what is going on? My name is Tanek127 and welcome back to another video. And before we get into today's video, guys, as usual, let me do my shameless plugins. If you're not, make sure you follow me at the appropriate social media at Tanek127. And also, if you are new here to the channel, make sure you are hitting that subscribe button, ringing that silly bell so that way you never miss a video, especially if you like today's video. And also, new or old, if you like today's video, like today's video because it helps me out. Click the thumbs up button, guys. It supports the channel so much, gets these videos more views, and lets me make more content so that way you guys can be happy and hear me say weird stuff and rants like we're gonna go on today. But what is going on, guys? And welcome back. And yeah, I know there are gonna be some people who are a little upset about this because they're really enjoying the game right now. But yes, I have actually uninstalled Marvel's Avengers because, let's face it, it wouldn't be 2021 on Tanek127 Gaming if a game that Tanek loved and the developer did not do some dumb shit. It happens. It happens every single year. It never fails. And usually, it's usually Skyforge that's doing this kind of crap. So take a seat, Skyforge. Somebody else wants to be in the hot seat this year. It's Avengers, and we're going to go ahead and talk about it and why I'm uninstalling, why I'm just completely losing my hype right now. And it's just, don't get me wrong. I have plans to come back to the game. I'm definitely going to come back, but I'm taking a break from this just because what I'm reading is just honestly depressing. And let me ask you guys something. How many of y'all here, before we get into the video, right? How many of y'all here are in relationships, guys or girls, whatever, let's say you've been dating somebody for at least 6 months to a year. You have an established relationship. It's still fairly new, but it's established. You're comfortable with each other. Y'all maybe have moved in together and stuff like that. And listen, let me talk to my fellas out here, especially, man. Let me tell you something, all right? You got this girl, right? She's great. Y'all are established. You're living together. Man, every morning she gives you the gok 5000. She gives you that serious sloppy toppy every morning on the dot. Wakes you up with it and cooks you breakfast. And I'm not talking about the regular sloppy toppy either. I'm talking about the shit that gives you a cramp when she's done. I'm talking about that real authentic sloppy toppy that got you like, ah, you know what I'm saying? Right? Would you trade that for some girl that seems a little bit cuter that you saw out the window for 2 minutes that you know nothing about? Answer that question. Now, I know that example is wild. All right? Now, hear me out. But this is what developers do constantly with games, with their fan bases, and especially with these live service, games as a service, MMO kind of games. This is the kind of stuff that pisses me off with these games. Alright? Well, don't get me wrong. I am a fan of live service games. Because, I'm an MMO guy. It's the style of the games I'm used to. But when they do silly stuff like this, man, you guys don't know how many times I have seen MMOs, just freaking shit on their endgame and long-term veteran players to support the new players. Hell, even Call of Duty is doing it right now with skill-based matchmaking. This seems to be a developer trend. And listen, guys, and I'm going to tell you straight up. If you got a woman in your house who gives you the guk every morning and cooks you breakfast, do not trade her in for some new girl that you don't know. That's the stupidest thing you do, all right? I'm going to start calling you a developer if you do that because that's what developers do. That's what game developers do. All right, that's what they do with these games. And man, I don't know how many times I've seen veterans of games get screwed with this. Like, don't get me wrong. One thing of business is you always want to attract new customers. But you also want to be really good to your loyal customers. And businesses, stores, they seem to be able to do that just fine. But the gaming industry has a serious problem with that. And what I want to talk about today is Marvel's leveling progression nerf. And I'm sure you guys have heard about it by now. I'm definitely a couple days, probably even a week late with this, but I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to leave a link to this article down in the description below. It's by pushsquare.com. It talks about how they're doubling down on the progression nerf, and basically what's happening here is once you get around like level 25 or 30, the leveling progression is going to slow down. And let me go ahead and read to you the studio's explanation for this crazy crap. And mind you, this is a game already that doesn't have many characters available. There is not much endgame content. So they're going to make the tedious process of getting to the meat of the game that you want to get to even more tedious when there's not even much meat there to begin with. Like imagine, you know, you're running track to get to a, you know, a nice fat ass turkey dinner. And you know, you finally get around that track, and in the process of that track, somebody makes that track longer, and you just find out that there's, you know, there's just a leg waiting there for you. The rest of the turkey is missing. Like that's how this feels. But anyway, let me explain. I know I've been giving you guys a lot of examples, and you know, been jumping off topic. My fault with that, but it says, so we smoothed out the higher level curves to make it so you were less likely to ding more than once or twice per mission at the higher end. Why? There is so much variability in how quick you can gain XP, level types, missions, etc. But the end result of our tuning was we meant to add around 3 to 5 hours to reach the maximum level in total. This means leveling at a steadier pace around every 2 to 4 missions at the upper end. We consider this a way to achieve a higher ding threshold and more time to engage with and enjoy each skill purchase. So they want skills more meaningful. If you want skills more meaningful, just make more meaningful skills. Adjust them. Add some depth to them. Give people a reason for them to be more meaningful. There's all kinds of tuning and different things you can do for that. You don't bump up the leveling. You know, nerf the leveling. You have now screwed over the players who want to do alternate characters. They have to take more time to do that. People who are trying to get to endgame to play with their friends. You know, let's say some veteran has recommended a few friends to play this game. You know, yeah, once you guys hit endgame, you know, we can grind together, do some endgame stuff, get some gear, go after, you know, the really hardcore harm missions and stuff like that. Well, now that process is going to take even longer because, you know, you guys thought that this is going to make skills more meaningful. Because they take longer to earn. If you want skills to be more meaningful, make a dynamic in the game that makes them more meaningful. Make a tutorial based on each character. Your campaign does a fairly good job of, you know, letting people try out most of the characters. I'm assuming once Hawkeye's, you know, storyline gets here, you'll probably learn a decent amount about playing around with him too. But there are so many better ways they can go about this, and it just makes things more difficult. And you know, this is you know, once again, to help, you know, those newer players and stuff like that. I'm not saying for games to screw over new players. I'm simply saying that, you know, people have to adapt. They have to learn how, you know, things go. We can't buff and nerf every single thing, you know, because the data just says, oh, people are doing it a little bit too fast. All right, developers need to learn to start adapting to their players and not, you know, adapting to what they want to see. Like that's one silly mistake that another MMORPG made, Neverwinter. I'm never going to forget that. That's one thing that still pisses me off about that game to this day. I can't remember if it was during mod 15, 16, or 17, but everything got like drastically nerfed and changed in that game, and just they made you know, they just nerfed the hell out of the classes, the players, just everything, instead of, you know, just buffing their content. You know, well, we see players running through it too easily. Make it harder. But no, they just weakened the players. And this system just, you know, it's not as dramatic, obviously. You know, it's just it's just, you know, more XP. You know, it's not too crazily of a deal. But once again, you know, because I wanted to use some of the content for the new update to level my Kate Bishop even more. And that's going to be damn near useless because I know these content updates don't come with a ton of content. They're more based on the character. So this isn't going to help my leveling experience even more. I'm going to have to finish this campaign and go back to the typical grind like I was doing previously. I don't know. I really don't like this decision. And nothing against the dev team or anything like that. I love Avengers. It's a fun game, and honestly, I think this game has a lot of potential. Just a really slow start, like most looter games. But I don't know. Reverting this decision is something they definitely got to consider. But anyway, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and leave a link down in the description to this Push Square article. You guys let me know what you think and how y'all are feeling about this. But anyway, y'all enjoyed this video, smash that thumbs up button for me. And I want to thank you all so much for watching. It's your boy Tanek127. And please don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video. Till next time, peace out, take care.